Good day everyone. So for today, we will be doing an activity where we set a file services or file server where we create different kinds of folder and set different files or accessible files for that specific folder. So to start, we're gonna install the file server first. So go to add roles. Click next, and then you're gonna include the file services. Then next, the role services of the file services, you're gonna include also the file server resource manager or the FSRM. So this enables you to generate storage reports, configure quotas, and define file screening policies. Click next. So click the local disk. The next, just set it as default and then install. So after that it successfully installed, you can just close it, and then you're gonna go to start. So based on our instructions, we will have to create a public folder, VPNet folder, C programs, surname folder with your surname and my section, and two folders for photo male and photo female. So we're gonna go to computer, local disk C. This is where we will create our specific folders. So firstly, we have to create the public folder. So just right click and click new. Just public. Next is the folder for bb.net. This is for specific bb.net files only. Next folder is the C programs. Then the surname section, which is my surname. Then section, which is S2A. Two folders for photo male and photo female. It's just one. Let's make it two. So now, after that you created your after we created the 6 required file based on the instruction, we're gonna set the file services for these folders. Now let's start with public folder, which should only be included the exe, com, and bb and bbss files. So to do that, we're gonna click public, properties, security, then edit. So since we're gonna include users all, we have to include every users. So we're gonna click the add and enter everyone, then OK. The permissions is read and write, so we're gonna try for the read and write. So read is allowed already, and the write should also be allowed. After that, everyone is here, read and write permissions are allowed. Now apply and then OK. Now after that, we configure the users and permissions for the public folder. We're gonna configure the specific files for that folder. So we're going to start administrative tools, and we're gonna go to file servers resource manager. After that, you're gonna go to file screening management, file groups. Now what we have to do here is to create file groups. So file group name, we can name this as a public folder. Oh, wait, we're gonna go create file screen first. So create a file screen first. Then we're gonna browse the folder. So let's start with the public folder. Okay. So by dry properties. Since the block executable files, the this includes the exe files, .com files, and VB and VBS files. So there's no need to create a file group for this specific folder since the block executable files have a specific type of file that is set on it. After that, we're gonna click create. Then that's our file services for the public folder. So now back to the vb.net. So we're gonna set the permissions and users. So properties, security, gonna edit since users is all. I'm gonna click everyone. Then the permissions is read and write. So apply, then okay. So also do for the other programs. For C programs is the same, read and write. Users is everyone. Allow the read and write. For the specific folder for me, which is the surname and section folder, property security, the permissions is full control. So but first let's do the domain user. So domain users, okay. The permissions is full control, so allow everything. Now apply and then okay. So for the photo mail, I'm gonna create properties, security, create file groups, the file group name. So let's name this file group name as bbnet. So enable zip and rar. Now files to include, we're gonna include the asterisk.zip.rar. So asterisk.zip, then add, then asterisk.rar. So this specifies that these two type of file is the only accessible file in this folder. So after including the necessary file, you're just gonna click OK. Now that we have file groups, which is the enable zip and rar, go into file screen again, create file screen path. We're gonna create a file screen template first. So create file screen template. Here. So we have to create a new file group or customize those file groups. So we're gonna name this as enable C and CPP. Files to include *.c, add *.cpp. So add. Okay. Now that we have that, we're gonna go to file screen templates again. Create a file screen template. Name it the same. Enable C and CPP template and include the file group that we created earlier. Enable C and CPP. So just click tab and then OK. Try to save here. We're gonna create a file screen for that. So we're gonna select the folder for C programs. Okay. And we're gonna select also the enable C and CPP template. Now we have a file screen for our C program. File types. We're just gonna use the same file group, templates, and screens. So now we have the enable images file group. Go to file screen templates. Let's create a file screen template for that. We will enable images image template. Include enable image file group. Okay, be there now. Now we're gonna do file screen twice. So the first one is for the photo mirror. So we're gonna select the photo mirror first. Then include the enable image files. Enable image template. Create. Now with the same file group and screen template, we're gonna create a file screen, but now for female. For photo female. Okay. Then include the same template. Create. That's how you create a file services for a specific folder and to limit the specific data files or data type, file type to include in each folder. That's all. Thank you.